All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
First carry for James Conner. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Conner. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the gun on 3rd down. Costello going, and this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers 7, Bills nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, it's Allen. This complete to Jones. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On the ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They run with Connor. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Double time, double time. 4 down, 4 down. Out, 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 out. Hey, high 7. Deep river.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Watch the pass. Bang, 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 bang. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Alert, alert, alert! 55! Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for John Brown. Incomplete.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Watch the eye.
They start with a give to counter. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Wild Bill. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Whip. 61, matchbox, light. Undercrunch. Watch the safety creep. Check 13. Rush in. Shit. Ready.
2nd and 3. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Okay, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch twist. Check. Recon, 132 fighter. Bravo. Now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Washington's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll run here with Connor. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And the grab by Croft. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Allen. And that's complete to Brown. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. 8-3.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
General West. Hey, Echo. Switch. Get it.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Ready up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We own them. Go Mike 50, Mike 50. It's been a long day for you. Hey, Alpha. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. We're pretty quiet, team.
Looking to throw. Costello. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
On the double. Here we go. Single, slot. Hey, box drop. Look out for number 30. Go.
Back to throw. Costello, complete to Washington. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before half for Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Alone to the right is Jones. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Under 10. 10.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
And watch the lane.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Fair. Now.
Looking to throw. Costello going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 2nd touchdown of the